Yo, what's up? So ArcSys has finally released their video policy, much like Capcom did recently, and this is going to affect a lot of content creators coming up with the release of Guilty Gear Strive soon. Let's talk about it. Before we begin, I gotta do the YouTube stuff. The goal is 250 subscribers by the end of the month. I know it's a crazy goal, but it's the goal I set for myself. So support your boy, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you know the next video goes live. So as a lot of you probably know by now, a lot of creators started to come up on the rise with the release of Dragon Ball FighterZ, and this was because a lot of people were taking high-level matches that were built inside the game and creating their channels around them. And this was a thing that was inside of Street Fighter 5 as well, and Capcom has like come and made their policy about how they feel about certain things. ArcSys is now doing the same thing because they know Guilty Gear Strive is going to have the same system, and with this esports stuff and all this in mind, they want to protect their IP and make sure the game is in a light that they want to showcase, and make sure there isn't monetization that's making them lose money outside of certain things. So they made this policy so people know what they can create and how they can use the content that's built inside the game and make it their own creative projects. Let's talk about it right here. They made an official statement. It says, "Our System Works feels fortunate to have loyal fans who want to create engaging content using game footage from Our System Works titles. Based on the guidelines below, we want to encourage you to use game footage of Our System Works titles for walkthroughs, tutorials, let's plays, speedruns, reviews, reactions, and instructional videos to share on your YouTube, Twitch, your website, or any other video streaming sites. Please note the following guidelines only apply to intellectual properties owned by Our System Works. For anything related to content owned by third parties, you must check those parties." Now here's where the guidelines start. The first one is about online posting itself. It says, "We encourage you to create videos that include your creative input and commentary. You should not share game footage online without adding your own video or content. Also, you should not take assets from Our System Works, voices, music, items, and distribute them separately." So this is them directly attacking creators that actively go and seek content through the game, as far as like videos of high-level players, and just upload them. They don't want people doing that, and they don't want people ripping the files of their assets. So people who like, make videos like all voice lines of certain characters or all the music and stuff like that, they don't want people doing that. And this is them actively attacking that through this online posting. They want you to be creative and create engaging content, like they said, walkthroughs, tutorials, and stuff like that for people, for the game and stuff like that. They don't want you to actually go out and seek high-level players content and actually just rip it and put it on your channel and stuff. So this is actively them trying to attack that specifically. For posts before launch, it states, "Unless you have explicit permission from Our System Works, any posting or other unauthorized disclosure of game content prior to the official release date is prohibited." So if some of you guys probably seen on social media, some people already got early copies of the game, and there are already some leaked stuff happening as far as the story mode and stuff. So you don't want to be spoiled. Stay off social media when it comes to like the Guilty Gear community, because some things are being spoiled with the early copies that are out there. Now they just don't want people playing, I guess, the game or showing stuff. Obviously they just want to make sure everybody have a a fair experience or unique experience when it comes to actually experiencing the game there for the first time themselves. And that's just saying, hey, pretty much don't leak the stuff before the game comes out. Pretty simple stuff. Now I'm not going to go too much into the monetization or the no commercialization part of this to not waste you guys time, but pretty much the main gist is just basically saying, if you're in a YouTube partnership program, you get monetization from that. That's pretty much cool on your Twitch and stuff like that. But from your video content, don't be making people like pay for access to your video content that is using our property. That's pretty much all you got to get from those two. Now for you modders out there, this one will probably hurt a little bit. So it says, "Inappropriate content, simple duplication of official trailers, ads, and non-dynamic in-game footage, as well as uploading Our System Works full games or even a majority of a title of your website are prohibited. Also, using Our System Works titles to create videos or other content, including mods, that is illegal, racist, sexist, prejudice, or sexual orientation, sexually explicit, disparaging, promotes hate crimes, or is otherwise offensive and prohibited. We reserve the right to remove content like above at our discretion." So the first part is pretty simple. They don't want people just uploading the trailers that come out. So if there's like a new, story trailer, DLC character story trailer, or DLC character trailer or whatever, or any like gods or something they put on their channel, they don't want people just upload it and put it to their channel to monetize it for their own sales. They don't want that. That is against their policy. And the other part for modders, I know a lot of people like to do, sexy mods, not safe for work mods and stuff like that. They really don't want that inside the game for sure. The last thing really here says, "Please understand we are not staffed to respond to requests for individual clearance, so please do not write to us and ask." Pretty much he's like, this is our policy. Don't try to get like special permissions and stuff like that. But yeah, this is their policy. Once again, Capcom has their own policy as well, but when it comes to these policies, they're not really like super enforced. People always make the content anyway, and ArcSys really don't do much about it. They're just pretty much laying down the guidelines. But as far as them like actively, like, you know, doing something about it, I don't really think they're gonna like mess with like modders or anything like that, or people that are taking the videos. They typically don't really even care. But I'm not telling you to do this. I'm saying, you know, these things typically aren't like super heavy enforced. But let's see how ArcSys play it out. Maybe they're a little bit different in Capcom. Maybe we're gonna like super enforce this, make sure nobody is taking money from them. So we will definitely see. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. Like I said, it's just very simple. I wanted to talk about the video policy that came out for Arc System Works. So what do you guys think about it? Do you guys feel like this is a fair approach to their video policy? How do you guys feel about this is changing the video market as far as like what you will see, the type of content? Or do you think it will be enforced? Do you think it will not be enforced? Let me know down in the comments below. I'll definitely be reading and trying to interact with as many of you guys as possible. Anyway, if you like anything I have to say, drop me a like. I greatly appreciate it. And if you want to hear more from me, follow me on my socials. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn notifications so you know next video goes live. As always, my name is Dyken, and I'll see you next time. Signing out.